So close.
What else? What other
The
exhibits
jump
haven't we seen
circle?
yet?
Oh. But I'm out of jumps.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle. Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Aww. Aww. Spent all my jumps. Oh, I wonder where that goes. Oh, what's up here? Can you find them? Can you find them? Collect them all. Oh! What is this?
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines.
Uh-oh.
And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh my god. Is this like something someone complained about? Look at this! Oh my god. This is my collectible. Oh. Yee! That was amazing. That was
God, it
amazing.
really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
The infinite hole, it won't end! Let's go! Let's go the infinite hole. Oh wait, did we go in here? What's this? What's this? No, we didn't. Maybe?
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this
Oh.
one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration. Like
Get well
balloons.
someday.
But I'm undecided on get
Happy
well
12th
someday
birthday, Stepnies.
and happy 12th birthday. Which would you go with? You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Oh, nice. Get well someday. That is a better one. Oh, they changed!
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No. No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Wow. Wow. Oh, hole like infinity? Oh no. Oh no. It just keeps going. More hole. Educational use only. Oh.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of.
I wanna
It's never
go.
been
I
done
wanna
before
go.
in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
Oh.
Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap
How do you get
forward
back
for
out,
video
though?
games as a medium.
How do you get back out though? Oh, this is gonna be fun. To infinity and beyond! Oh.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Can I really just sit here and fall?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Whee!
Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Whee!
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical
Look how
in
small
nature.
the dot
It's
is.
more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is
rip my
just that
ankles.
you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured
Why
the
is
hole was
two
as
in
deep as
quotes?
anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated
Just the
there.
two of
I
us?
think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of...
Oh.
Did the hole seem even shorter to you
It
this
did.
time? I couldn't help but
It
feel like
definitely
you
did.
spent a little less
Oh,
time in
100%.
there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole.
There's
I
so many
didn't think it was
cigarettes.
that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me.
Someone
up
clip
above.
that, please. Oh, it's so fun. What?
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled.
Yep. All
I
right,
really
let's
do
go.
have so
Ah,
much
just
more to show
kidding.
you. And gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where...
Uh-oh.
Wow. Okay. Yes. I am starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on
How
here?
small is it gonna be?
Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Oh, okay.
Well, there it is.
Oh,
The shame
no!
of my life. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport
How
button
it's wholly
when you're
not
ready to
infinite.
move on.
What if I don't hit the button? If I don't hit the button. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Is the teleport button not working?
Uh-oh.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
Uh-oh.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone.
I can
You
crawl
get to
out.
be
Come
with
on.
the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
My hole.
Take care, Stanley.
We used all
I
our
hope
jumps.
you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
But I can get out though. But I can get out though. No. Nani? Well, here I am, back in the hole. You know, just stay here forever. It's all good now. Oh! Oh! What is happening? Oh! My hole! Oh? definitely want this one. Yes. This is the one. This is definitely the one. So good. Change your perception. Change your reality? Oh! What is this? Change yourself? Oh my god! Game of the year! Game of the year! What is this? Oh, here we go. Oh no! What is this? Oh my god.
Stanley?
Oh my god.
Stanley! Stanley!
No!
Oh, good, you're awake.
No!
It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. No! But we can't have that, Stanley. Because
Take
this
me
hole
back!
is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be
Oh
wide
my
awake
god.
for every second.
Someone clip that,
You don't
please.
want to miss
Please.
a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many
Oh my
years
God.
here in this hole. And I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back.
Uh-oh.
Toodle pip.
Toodle pip. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Oh my god. Oh no! Thank you, Tails. Oh! Oh! He closed it off.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
Oh my god. That was so good. That was so good.
A
Oh.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played
That
it.
was so
Well,
good.
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've
me the
engineered
hole.
a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and
Oh?
ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true.
Oh?
As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive
Oh?
dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Bucket? Bucket? What's
Can
the
you
laugh?
feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your
I
body.
feel it.
And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as
The
well?
beautiful bucket?
I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Alright. Bucket. Can I take it with me? Guess it's just us in the bucket now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game?
They
There
should.
really should be an award if it isn't already.
You heard Jim in the game? The button that says Jim. This is amazing. Oh, where have we not been? Wait, that's the infinite hole. Fine, it ended. Mostly infinite hole. What's over here? Exit. Oh. Oh.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I think so.
Ready to move on now?
I think so. Oh. Oh. Ooh. What's this?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul.
I feel it. I feel
it's
it
going
too.
to work.
Oh,
There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
Hello, Prime.
I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Oh. Oh.
Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes. Yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
No.
And I do very much enjoy creating
Let me
gags,
in
but
the
they don't add up to
hole.
anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game.
Oh, that's a
I wanted
good,
fans to love
let's
it.
see.
No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Oh? What? Oh! What is this? I love this game so much. This is amazing.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Is it gonna be the same?
Stanley worked for a company
The
in a big building
balloons!
where he was employee number
Oh, the
427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor.
We better have infinite
telling him
hole.
what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar
Yeah, where's the
happened.
gym button?
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not...
Oh. Uh-oh. There's the balloons.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley picked up the bucket.
I got the bucket. I got the bucket. Let's go! Where's the hole?
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Where's the hole? Where's the hole? I need the hole.
Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, now it's gonna be different. Is it gonna be different? Will it be? Oh no, I can't go in this time. Can I go in here?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these. Only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Oh my goodness. That needs to be a Funko Pop. Dang it, I'm trapped!
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire if not for the soothing presence of the bucket. Even now, in his darkest of hours, did the bucket but Stanley guess the correct code by sheer luck? Was it that the bucket knew all along?
Yes.
Was the bucket guiding him?
Maybe.
Yes. This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Let's go! Ooh!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
I have been here too long. Aurora stare. Aurora stare. Aurora stare.
Nailed it. Okay, thank you for the resub. Thank you for the tier 2 resub. Thank you. 16 months? Heck yes. You're never here too long. Never. Thank you, Elk. Thank you. It's gonna be exactly the same.
The
You may say too long, but some would say not long enough.
plummeting towards an unknown fate.
Thank you, Elk.
It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything will be fine.
True. Very true. It's like
Stanley
the
and the bucket
companion
walked
cube.
straight ahead through the large door that
Why
read,
don't you have a
Mind
bucket? That's the
Control
real question.
Facility.
Why don't you have a bucket? I know what ending we're gonna do next.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Both. Let's go. Oh, sorry, I had to sneeze. This one.
The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine. Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place?
Thank you, guys.
These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it.
Stanley
His
started
own life
screaming.
in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Only the bucket. Bucket coon!
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy,
Well, I get up
or
there.
sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. and as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he and the bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
This is so good. This is so good. Alright, y'all know what we're gonna do, though. Y'all know what we're gonna do. Y'all know. What's this? I wanna know what that button does up there. How do you high five a bucket? You know, just high five.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Yep, that's exactly what we're not gonna
But
do.
at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the
It was
controls.
the bucket all along.
Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this?
Yes, bucket.
Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Silly birds. The Heartful Dodger, thank you for the follow. Welcome. What is this? Oh.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him.
Penguins.
This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world.
Yep, that's
The
exactly
mind
what
controls
this is.
were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
The birds.
Had the bucket known this all along?
Oh,
Stanley
man.
marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Birds.
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds
Bird.
imaginable. Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one was surely the best. And Stanley was happy.
Bird. Beautiful bird. Oh! Wonder what this bucket's backstory is. I know, right? Oh my goodness! The bucket's
All of his
gone!
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Wait,
room.
it says
Perhaps he
meeting
had simply
today.
missed a memo.
What if I don't take the bucket? Let's not take the bucket. Where's the infinite hole?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door, and this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I'll never
Perhaps he
start
wanted
taking
to
the
stop
bucket
by
this
the
way.
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want the where's
The
the
lounge
hole?
was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open
Where's
door
the
on his
hole?
left.
Oh, I know what else we can do. I know what else we can do.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he
Don't
wasn't
worry, I got
5
this,
years
guys.
ago.
I got this. Don't worry. Whee!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Yep.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Oh, I wanted to do that one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it
Oh,
mean?
gravity.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Alright.
missed a memo.
Oh! Nani? That was me.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest
Hold
and
on.
entered the door
What else
on
can we
his
do?
left.
What else can we do? What else can we do? Many secrets this game had. Oh! Trust the completionist instinct. Oh, there will be a reward for finding them all. Will there? Oh.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
Oh?
You can feel that, can't you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
Oh?
I can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong.
No,
This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend. You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends, that your relationship is purely superficial and convenient, that your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards any inanimate object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley.
Well, I never.
Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together.
Gengar, how are
Go
you?
through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing the rich emotional landscape of your feelings
Whoa,
for the
I don't know
bucket,
about-
as
I don't
they
know
have
about that
changed
one.
and evolved over the years.
Hey, Bucket
Let him
Coon!
have it.
Bucket Coon! How dare you, broom closet?
I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go. There. Now it's
was that?
settled. No more debate.
Property of
No
Stanley?
more discussion.
There's a
Take
sticker
our
on it
hike,
now.
broom closet, with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies and their relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
What if I stay in here? What if I don't leave?
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see, I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket. That way, if you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, ah, it's a bucket. There really is a wide variety of applications for this sticker.
I'm gonna stay in here. I'm gonna stay in here. Wilson!
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us a silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
But what if I don't leave? What if I don't leave, though? What if I don't leave? There's a bucket on my bucket? Oh! Did I do that? I think I did that. Emotional damage.
Coming to a staircase,
Oh, let's
Stanley
do this
and the bucket
one.
walked upstairs to the boss's
Let's
office.
do this one. Will this be the same?
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left
Will this
his
be the
post during
same?
work hours. He
Oh,
might be fined for
no.
that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had
Oh
vanished.
no, is this one the
His boss would think he
same?
was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
But I'm not supposed to go
He
crazy
looked
because I have
down
the
at the bucket
bucket.
in his
Yee.
arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. And that's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday
No!
bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps.
No!
How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
No!
Now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. Now he felt himself floating off the ground.
Oh, here we go.
He exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Bucket?
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
The bucket!
Could it truly be?
Bucket
He rushed
cone!
forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Bucket cone!
Stanley! Find me! He had to find the bucket. He had to
Bucket
return to his old
cone!
friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
Nani?
The real bucket was inside of him all along.
Uh-oh.
It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Uh-oh. What the bucket?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Oh, is it the same?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other.
Is it just the
Rose,
same? Oh!
dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh.
Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket.
Yep.
Of
Yep.
course, he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him.
True.
Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this.
Of course.
There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself. My life kicks ass.
Heck yes.
And she backflipped all the way to work.
Oh my god, this is amazing. This is amazing. Oh, safety brick!
All of his
Safety
co-workers
brick.
were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Huh? Is it? Is it? Look, there's stickers! Just gonna walk by again.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
Oh. Oh.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and
I don't know
entered
which
the
way to
door on
go.
his left.
I think we have to go this way. We can try to escape with the bucket though. Let's try to escape with the bucket. Mission status. What if we find all of them?
Coming to a
Yeah.
staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked
Let's go.
upstairs to the boss's
Let's go.
office.
Ooh, let's go in the elevator. Let's go in the elevator with the bucket. Oh, wait, this is open now. Yee. Let's go. One of you just stay on here. I love the elevator though. I love it. Alright, the bucket though.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley
Let's
was once again
go!
stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him?
Moving and grooving.
This is certainly the most logical explanation.
Yes. Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 da, ba, 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 ba. Ooh. So many options. We're gonna do escape
Stanley
with the
and
bucket.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley and the bucket would both meet a violent death.
Heck yes.
The door behind them was not shut. Stanley and the bucket still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on
Wonder how
track.
many endings we have still.
At this point, Stanley and the bucket were knowingly walking forward into a very painful death for each of them.
I don't think so. No, no, no. Here we go. Here we go. Dozens? Dozens? Oh, snap. I still haven't found the infinity hole.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley and the bucket inched closer to their demise, Stanley reflected on how meaningless the bucket's warmth and comfort had turned out to be.
No.
To be sure, it puts the mind and the soul at ease to embrace the bucket. But what use is a sense of ease when you're about to be crushed to death? This is what Stanley thought to himself. And he sort of kicked himself for wasting so much time carrying a bucket everywhere. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley and the bucket were led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, the bucket's life came to an end as it was crushed violently to death.
Whee! So we'll just walk around with the bucket?
It was a shame, the death of such a magnificent bucket. It's true that all buckets are radiant in their own way, but this
is
one
different.
stood above the rest. It was a glorious
The
bucket
bucket.
to behold.
Oh, it's gone! The bucket welcomes you to the grand exhibit. Oh! What is this bucket?
Can you see how arrogant it was for Stanley to take a bucket like this and to claim it for his own?
Oh.
Can you see the hubris
Bucket.
that blinded him? Can you see
25
that
buckets?
the bucket
There's
is
a lot
far
more than
noble
25.
than Stanley will ever be in his short life?
The photographer experienced catatonic shock for several weeks as a result of the euphoria from exposure to this many buckets at once. Amazing. Amazing. A bucket with 2 handles. Such a design has never been created in real life, having been deemed too dangerous and recklessly experimental. Every year, dozens are put to death just for attempting it. Hole? I want my whole bucket. Infernal bucket. A replica of the infernal bucket, which in the medieval era was so powerfully alluring that it drove dozens of nations to war with one another for control of it. Billions died, and yet in spite of it all, the simple fact remains: no one can control a bucket. Truth? Well, we know that buckets predate the existence of mankind. We do not know by how long. This cave drawing depicts early man's discovery of the practical uses of the bucket, by which time the bucket had already likely been around for several millennia. Notice in these drawings how the bucket is allowing itself to be used, having judged humanity to be worthy of its treasures. Wait, what's on the other side? Hold on. What's this? The stress bucket. This is amazing! Rest and relaxation, doing something you enjoy. Oh. The stress bucket, presented without commentary. Oh, this is amazing!
No man can own a bucket, and certainly not a bucket as dazzling to behold as this one. It is man who should kneel before the bucket.
Oh my. Oh my. This piece symbolizes the necessary relationship between bucket and humanity. However clear our grasp of the bucket may be, there's yet more that is always out of reach. This distance inevitably is for our own good. The hole! Oh. The hole?
But there is something we can do. Something we can do together, you and I, that will right this terrible wrong.
Oh, I'm not exiting
Let
this time.
Stanley die. Let him be crushed by the machine. Don't reset the game. Don't give him another opportunity to run off with another beautiful bucket.
Okay.
We can save the world's buckets from their treatment as tools and implements if only we let Stanley die together. The bucket shall take its place.
Oh, I was not expecting
as
this.
leader, as commander of a new world, a new vision.
Oh! Oh. Hello, Austin. Oh my goodness!